You become what you think, a journey into the mindset that shapes your life. As you think, so shall you become, Bruce Lee once said. But today, we are diving into the mind of someone who took the wisdom and built an entire transformation guided around it. Welcome back to Bilal Hamza's YouTube channel, the place where thoughts turn into power and ideas into action. I'm your host, Hamza, and today's episode is based on a deeply practical and inspiring book, You Become What You Think by Shubham Kumar Singh. This isn't just another self book, it is a mental operating system, a guide rewiring your thoughts to create the life you truly desire, no matter where you're starting from. Today, I'll break this book down into 7 powerful chapters, each one loaded with insights, real life examples, and takeaways that can program your mind for purpose, discipline, and growth. So plug in, stay focused, and let's unlock the mindset that can change everything. Power of thought. Shubham starts by asking a hard hitting question. What is the one thing that controls your entire life? The answer is it's your thoughts. He says, thoughts are not just ideas floating around, they are energetic commands that shape your behavior, your decisions, and ultimately your destiny. If you think like a loser, you act like one. If you think like a leader, you grow into one. Your current reality is a reflection of your past dominant thoughts. So ask yourself, what have you been thinking about daily? And is that taking you closer or further from your goals? Identity and self image. Here is where it gets deep. Shobham explains that your identity is not what you want, it is what you think you deserve. If you think you are just average, you will act accordingly. If you start to see yourself as a disciplined, purpose driven person, your brain starts aligning with that vision. He encourages readers to write down the vision of themselves they want to become. Start acting like that version, even before they feel ready. This is called identity based thinking, and it's the foundation of real change. After this episode, write down your future self and list 5 habits they have. Then start living that list. Focus and mental diet. What you feed your mind is what you become. Shobham warns us about mental junk food, things like negative news, useless scrolling, gossip, and complaints. He says, your focus is your superpower. What you focus on expands. So start a mental cleanse. Replace Instagram noise with educational reels or books. Replace complaints with gratitude. Replace distraction with deep work. The author himself talks about quitting video games and toxic relationships, and how that decision gave him clarity and hunger to build his career. Belief system, the invisible chains. This is one of the strongest parts of the book. Shubham writes about limiting beliefs, those unconscious thoughts like, I'm not smart enough, people like me don't succeed, I'll always struggle with money. He says, your beliefs are not facts, they are just repeated thoughts you have accepted as truth. So, how do you break them? Step 1, identify them. Write down your negative beliefs. Step 2, question them. Ask, is this really true? Step 3, replace them with empowering beliefs and repeat them every day. I'm capable, I'm powerful, I am enough. This is an affirmation example from the book. This repetition rewires your subconscious and your reality follows. Action creates identity. Here, Shubham it drops a truth bomb. Thinking is the best, but action is the proof. You can visualize success all day, but if you're not taking action, you're lying to yourself. He introduced the 1% rule. Just do one small step every day toward your goal. This builds momentum, it builds belief, and most importantly, it builds the evidence your brain needs to accept your new identity. For example, you want to become a content creator. Don't wait for a fancy mic or perfect idea. Just post your first video today. That's 1%. That's progress. Handling failure and setbacks. This chapter is raw and relatable. Shobham writes his own failures, like getting rejected in interviews, losing motivation, and facing self doubt. But he flips the narrative. He says, failure is a part of upgrade. Every champion version of you require a sacrifice version of you. Don't fear failure. Use it as feedback. If you failed at a project, ask, what did I learn? If you feel stuck, ask, what belief do I need to change? This mindset makes you anti-fragile. You grow stronger every time you fail. Environment and energy. Your mind can't grow in a toxic environment. Shobham emphasizes, cut off the energy drainers. People, habits, even places that kill your vibe. Surround yourself with high vibe creators, mentors, thinkers. Upgrade your room, your phone feed, your morning routine. Why? Because your environment silently controls your habits. Golden line from the book. Your surroundings will either grow you or destroy you. Build an environment that reflects the future you're working toward. You already have the power. In the end, you become what you think isn't about positive thinking. It's about conscious creations, understanding that your thoughts are not random. Your identity is not fixed. Your future is not set. It all begins in the mind, and you control the mind. So if you want to change your life, start by changing what you think daily, deliberately, and decisively. If you're listening right now and wondering where to begin with awareness. Observe your thoughts for just one day. Catch the negative ones. Replace them with stronger, bolder, more empowering ones. Do it for 30 days and you don't recognize yourself. If this episode gave you a new mindset, share it with someone who needs a mental reset. Subscribe to my channel for more inspiration. And remember, the mind is a garden. You either plant seeds of growth or weeds of doubt. The choice is always yours. Until next time, stay sharp, stay strong, and think like the person you want to become. Peace and love, Hamza.